It's our second to last show. I can't believe it's over. I don't really know what to say.
My head is heavy, let me lay it down. Into your lap I would love to drown. I need that.
Can you believe it's the last day of tour? Can you believe that in June 2016 we started rehearsals? And then we did a UK tour, Sydney Opera House, a US tour, and now we are just about to finish an American tour. Do you know what, like, it's really weird because obviously this is Dan's tour, right? This is the Dan TDM tour, and it's his name, it's his brand, you're his fans. But there's nothing, like, I've never not felt part of it. Like, it's our show, and I don't even just mean me and Dan's, like, I mean everyone behind it and our bosses and our crew. And of course me and Dan experience this tour in a different way. This is something that he has been building up for and working on for a good long while. But it's like we're all a collective, like we all are a team, and each team we've had different people. Like even the UK tour we had different people to the Sydney shows, to the US tour, and some people have remained the same. There's I think about 5 core of us that have remained the same. Wouldn't that have been really rubbish if I'd have been replaced? I remember during the first tour, and there was talk of an American tour or talk of Sydney Opera House, and I remember thinking, well, they might just get a different Eve, or like they might just get like someone else to play Eve. And if they had, that would have been really horrible. And I remember being like to my boyfriend, like, it's fine, because as an acting job this thing happens. Like, I might not have done a good enough job on the UK tour, maybe they do want to get somebody else. And I was like, it's fine, it's just the way it goes. If I'd have seen somebody else playing Eve, I swear I would have freaked out. Because it's like, no, I'm Eve. But yeah, I just want to say that every single one of us in this crew, in the show, has been working their way up to building, have been working their way up to doing something like this. Like, this is all definitely a pinnacle for like everyone in our careers. It might not even be the biggest thing some people have done, but I do truly think that it's like the most memorable, most lovely, most like joyful experience that, I mean, I would hope that we've all had. Like, I can't fault it. Even when I was getting overfed salmon, or even when I felt like people were force feeding me ice cream. Like, this just, even when I couldn't sleep on the tour bus, or I felt like we were gonna crash because it just felt scary when you're in your bunk. I mean, I can't think of any negatives that are actual, like, real negatives. Like, the fact that this is going to be the last time we do this show, it's not even just that. Like, it's the last time that we're all hanging out together as it is now. And like, I'm not going to stay in a hotel room for how long? Like, it's just one of my favourite things to do. And like, I can't put into words. I will write a post. I think I'll write a blog post about it, but I can't put into words. And I can't even imagine for Dan what this must feel like, you know? So I'm gonna try and film what I can. I'm gonna try and stay as present as I can. I'm gonna try and really take in every moment and second and laugh and just like take it all in and enjoy the day, because it's a happy day. Even though it's sad. Just happy. It's happy, sad, happy, sad. So yeah, that's all for now. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Gentle solution, ain't no revolution, there ain't no releasing me. No, don't you understand? Understand. Not a boy who thinks he can.
My head is heavy, let me lay it down. Into your lap I would love to drown. I need that story I used to hear, to run on and to disappear.
Hey guys, we are about to do our last ever sound check for this. We've had a little cry already. But yeah, this is our last ever sound check ever of this show, ever. Ever. So Al's gonna put on my microphone. This is what we do. Hi Al.
Hi.
This is Al. He does sound. And Q Lab. Which you don't really know what that. I don't really know what that means. Thank you. Done. Last ever sound check.
Yeah. It's weird, it's like routine, but then you remember it's the last ever.
Last ever.
Who's going to fit your mic at home? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I should just do this on the weekends anyway.
In front of the mirror.
Yeah.
You say it's over, but obviously you've got the DVD launch.
Yeah.
True.
It's not over yet, guys. Ooh.
I won't miss doing right Zoom again, though. That's fine.
You're all right.
How are you going to get in your exercise?
Good point. More just dance.
Yes.
You can be one of the mats. You just
Guys,
joystick the can and you just play it at home.
I feel like that was a promise that there's going to be another Just Dance video. You heard it here first. Oh, shoot.
A little bit of conversation then, sir.
So this is way further back than I had in mind. This is the beginning of time.
Really quiet, and you woke up at the end.
I thought something was going.
Yeah.
Something to something over here, but I just. Yeah. Hey guys!
It is so good to finally meet you all now. Today is a very special day because today is show number 97 of the Dan TDM tour. But more importantly, it is the last one that we are ever going to do. So I'm going to need you guys to be super excited all the way through the show. Can you do that for me? Are you guys excited? Yeah.
I'll let you put a nice filter on it.
Oh, nice.
Pop it. Popping bottles. Up in here.
And if you could say one thing to your year 7 self, just a little bit of advice, nothing too kind of over the top, what would you, but you can be like, she's gonna go deep. What little piece of advice would you say to your 11 or 12-year-old self?
Talk more.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Good.
Not everyone hates you.
I think every year 7 feels like
That's
that.
why it's even more silly though, right?
Yeah, like everyone is feeling the same
Exactly the
thing. No one ever feels good enough, and we're all there going like, oh,
Exactly.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or I didn't do that. I did the opposite, but for exactly the same reason.
Yeah.
I'd be like, like. Excuse my language.
So, what would you do?
I would tell myself to just trust. Sounds so clean, but just trust who I was and be okay with it. Because when I read back in my diaries, all I'm ever going on about is nobody gets me, nobody likes me, everybody hates me, boys don't fancy me, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just try and be validated by other things, outside things, boys fancying me or whatever. So I just tell myself to just try and be me.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
that's a
fine.
lovely piece of advice.
That is very good.
And so is yours. Talk more. I think it's really hard sometimes if you don't feel like you want to talk. Just have the confidence to do it,
Yeah.
and that your
Which
voice
is hard
matters.
because even now, I guess there's times where I don't do that.
Mm.
Do you think it's easier sometimes just not saying anything rather than having to engage
It
with
is,
something?
yeah. That's why people don't do it because it's easier to just not. But I think it's also you are who you are. There's no point even not saying anything or pretending to be someone else. Because by the time you get to this age, it really doesn't matter. It's the
Yeah.
most important thing when you're that age. But
And we've spoken about this before, just you becoming a YouTuber, and you were working in Tesco's beforehand, and you were trying really hard. You just graduated, you and Gemma were living together, and you wanted to try something that made you happy. And do you think you'd still, even then, were you still finding your feet and trying to feel happy and comfortable with yourself playing, with Minecraft and going, what's this, and am I good at this? Did you ever go, maybe I shouldn't do YouTube, actually, I'm not very good at it?
Oh yeah, did you ever have self-doubt?
I don't know. I still do now. I reckon I still do now.
Yeah.
Jem watches the video next to me. I'm like, please don't.
Really?
Yeah.
But it is funny seeing
Yeah,
yourself back
yeah.
on camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting because when I'm in the Dan TDM world, even though they're not separate people, they're me. If I am way more comfortable in a Dan TDM situation than say just in a Daniel Middleton situation, even though they're exactly the same.
well, are they?
But-
Are they exactly the same? Are you actually Dan TDM?
Yes.
You are.